So this was my lucky eBay find this week. It's a brand new old stock Sony TC-WE475 dual cassette deck. Now this was the original eBay listing for it, and if we come over here it is. It just arrived today. Now this cassette deck is new old stock. It's been sitting in its box, which I have right there. Probably not very just to show you that I got it. Been sitting in its box, never used for over 10 years. Because this was actually one of the last ever cassette decks that Sony made. Came out in 2001, and you could buy one new all the way up until 2011, I believe. It's a dual cassette deck, as you can see. It's auto reverse, and it only has recording on the B deck. There was actually a higher end model that could record on both decks, but this one only has on here. It has several different modes for the auto reverse. It has single direction, which I didn't really know this when I had that Pioneer deck a few months ago. But the first position is it'll only play to one end of the tape, then stop. The second position is loop, where it'll auto reverse once it gets to the end, then play the tape back and forth about 5 times. And then there's relay mode, where you have 2 tapes in. Once one deck A is finished playing, it'll then start playing deck B, and then it'll go back to deck A, and etc, etc. And it also has a pitch control with an on and off switch here, which basically varies the tape speed to either make it chipmunky or aesthetic vaporwave. Just your standard play for either direction, because it's an auto reverse deck, stop, fast forward, rewind. And it also says AMS because this has what they call music search, where it'll automatically find the next track if there's a blank space of at least 4 seconds. Obviously that means that when you're making a recording, you would use the recording mute feature here to add the required space to do the program search. It also has high and normal speed dubbing. You press it once for normal speed, then pause, or you press it twice for high speed dubbing. I'll just turn it on here. It has the digital tape leaders and tape counters. I'm not sure what the memory button does, but reset basically resets the counters to 0. And when you're recording, it has an automatic level control. So when you start recording, it'll be flashing, and then it'll do an auto thing. But you can also manually adjust it yourself, either with this dial or by pressing the ARL button. There's a fader where it either fades in the music or out if you're running like towards the end of a tape or something. And it has a 1/4 inch headphone jack. And on the back, just have your RCA input and output jacks, a control jack, which you could like connect it to a CD player, and you could do a synchro like recording from the CD to the tape. Just your serial number and model and warnings and all that crap. Now I'm just going to collecting the audio jacks in here. Now I have a couple tapes here of old home not old, they were recorded recently, but home recordings, which we used to demonstrate with. Oh, and it has Dolby B and C noise reduction, so if you have a pre-recorded tape, you'd put it on here, or for your own recordings, you do it on C. Now these 2 tapes were recorded without Dolby, so I'll be leaving that off. Just try the... Oh yeah, and I'll show you what I mean by it's pretty much old stock. Now when I first got this, I ran it a bit just to make sure it was alright. So, the belts still need a bit of a workout, because the AMS feature, it goes kind of slow, which I'll of the demonstrate. When you just do normal fast forward rewinding and play in either direction, it's fine. So perhaps the belts may need a bit of a workout, since it's been sitting in its box unused for probably 15 years or so. But yeah, it may need the belts replacing sometime in the future. If I grab my little lamp, if we have a look in here. See, look inside there. Isn't that immaculate? What? Look at those pinch rollers. Those are pretty much immaculate. You see, the head is totally clean. Capstans are pretty flawless. On the second side, there may be a tiny bit of residue there from when I was testing it earlier, but there was literally not a spot of dust in here on any of the mechanisms. So the listing was correct. I think that this was an new old stock that never sold, but it's in a good loving home now, you know, in mine. So let's I'll also see if I can try and demonstrate the different playback modes. Obviously I don't need to do the second, but I can put this tape in backwards, rewind it. Oh no. No, I should probably better do it in. We put this one in here and rewind this one a bit. And then put it into relay mode. Once it gets to the end of this one, deck B should automatically start playing. So let's demonstrate that here. I was on the wrong input setting there. So once that gets to 0, the deck B should start, because we have it in relay mode. Well, it's actually pretty much doing the same as what you would do. Yeah, the relay does the this was a recording I made. So I was putting the loop position. It would do loop this one back and forth, but the relay loops them both back in succession, basically. So playing reversal. And I will demonstrate the pitch control. Yeah, push it on here, and you can do it like this. So these are the level meters going. And now let's do deck B. Now I'll try and give a demonstration of how the automatic music search runs. It's basically rewind, fast forward, but while it's actually playing. So See, it's sort of struggling there, but as you can see, it's found the beginning of that track. And you can do it in either direction, so see, if you look here, it's not exactly going the fastest. And also you can actually search up to 30 tracks on the if you look here. That seems quite excessive, don't you think? You can see, yeah, it's sort of struggling a bit, but if I stop that and just do regular fast forwarding, it does a bit better. So this, you know, considering that it's been sitting hardly used until today pretty much, it could need a bit of its belts replacing. Oh, and also when you're making a recording with it, it has on Dolby HX Pro, which isn't the same as Dolby Noise Reduction. It's a headroom extension system, whatever that means. So, and of course we can reverse. I have to stop that pretty quickly because that's copyrighted music. So. Yeah, so there's a playback demonstration, and yeah, I'd say I'm happy, you know, with this deck, with how it's been working so far. Anyway, it'll probably reach its peak performance once it's had its belts replaced. So, and I say, because I've managed to find one that's never been used, it should serve me pretty well over the years. Looks here, immaculate cover, not any scratches in it whatsoever. And as I showed, the immaculate, you know, tape transport in there. So so yeah, that's just a quick video of this great eBay find I found of a new old stock Sony TC-WE475 dual cassette deck in silver, which is actually the silver version, which is this, is actually a lot rarer than the normal one, which is in black. And this is the silver version. This is a new old stock silver Sony TC-WE475 cassette deck, which I just got today. And it's, once it's had its belts replaced, it should be a pretty good machine for both recording and playing. So yeah, that's just been this little video, and see you next time. Bye.